rewind after what? I think it's been over a month now.
Yes, sir. It's been a minute, bro. Once a month uploads, baby.
Back at everybody's dorm. I always say we try to be consistent, but that never ends up happening. So, So today I guess we'll be talking about the last week of the baseball season, since that's what's in right now. So, Jake, you wanna start off with the AL? Just your predictions.
My predictions, or just I'll just give like a
give a recap
rundown here.
Predictions, whatever.
The AL wild card has been spicing up a little bit lately. The Orioles are the number one team. They're 4 games above the wild card threshold. They've been up there like solidified. It's been a race between them and the Yankees for the AL East title, so they've held firm in the top wild card spot. Them and the Yankees have like flip-flop back and forth. But then the last 2 spots is where it's been heating up a lot recently. We have the Detroit Tigers currently hold the second wild card spot. Their postseason odds have gone up by like 70% over the last like month or so. It's crazy. They're tied right now with the Kansas City Royals, who have held a wild card spot for most of the season, but recently have kind of began to teeter off a little bit.
We're 7 in a row.
Down the stretch. Yeah, they're 2-8 in their last 10.
Jeez.
Lost 7 in a row. Tigers, meanwhile, are 7-3 in their last 10. And then one game out of the wild card, the Minnesota Twins, they kind of choked their spot. They're like, I don't even know, in their last they're 3-7 in their last 10. In their last 30, they're like, I don't remember.
They're like 8 and like 20.
That's what I think that's what it was. And then right under them is the Seattle Mariners, who are trying to make a comeback from their choke early in the postseason. They're 1.5 games out. I think they're beating the Astros, or they beat the Astros today. They beat the Astros today, so they're kind of trying to climb back out of the hole that they dug themselves. And then under them, these teams they have an outside chance of making it, but they probably won't. The Red Sox, the Rays are the only 2 teams that aren't eliminated, other than the teams that I already listed. They're probably not going to make it. So what do you guys have to say about it?
I mean, an interesting thing, I guess, is can Seattle still win the division?
The division, that'd be a crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a long shot, but maybe.
Yeah, now.
Other than that, it's just Detroit. I mean, Detroit is really the big story of the last couple weeks. I mean, I'd like to see.
They came out of nowhere.
Yeah, really after they played us.
With it.
After they hit that grand slam to tie the game, they've been on.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Even before that, though, they've been good since like August. But
they've been good for most of the year.
About Detroit, I think Detroit, because of their like recent like surge, I think they have a chance to do like what the Rangers and Diamondbacks did last year, because they're hot at the right time. Like, this is the time to play your best baseball, and that's basically what Detroit's doing. They proved it as they've been beating high contending teams. Like, they won series against the Padres. Who did they play recently? I think they just beat the Royals in a series.
They swept the Royals.
Yeah, they swept the Royals. They're sweeping playoff caliber teams. Like, they're beating playoff caliber teams.
They just beat the Orioles.
And they just beat the Orioles, yeah. So it's not like they're making their push against the bottom tier teams like the Marlins, the Nationals.
All right, bro.
Like, they're not beating teams like that. They're beating playoff caliber teams. So I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit gets on one of them where you're at the like edge of the wild card, you get in and find their way to the World Series. So
also, what you said about, this is off track, but what you said about the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, half of my hot take from earlier this year is already settled. The Rangers have been eliminated from the playoffs. Now we just need the Diamondbacks, who are currently losing to the Giants and are tied with the Mets for the last wild card spot.
Yeah.
They fall off in the last couple weeks or last couple games. Then.
Oh, you said neither World Series team would make it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big. I mean, the Pirates can play spoiler too. They go to San Francisco.
Arizona.
They go to Arizona for the last 3 games of the season. So
they're playing less of a spoiler. They're trying to get that series. I mean, division.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to get the division, but we can knock the Diamondbacks out of the playoffs altogether if the Braves can beat the Mets. That's
Braves
another
and
big
Mets.
series.
Oh, we can get into that after.
Yeah, we'll get into. We're jumping ahead to the National League, but I mean that's pretty much it for the American League. I mean, there's not much to talk about with Detroit. Other than
we're gonna hit the AL like predictions, like who's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, for me,
playoffs.
Yeah,
like if we want to, if we're just going based off of how it is like right now today, with the Twins out of the playoffs, I mean, the Yankees, Guardians, Astros, it has to be one of those three teams. I'm thinking. I don't know.
I think
about the Orioles.
I'm saying the Orioles because hear me. I can see the Orioles winning the series against the Astros because that's the 3-4. Like that's the 3 playing the 1 seed in the AL. Or no, they wouldn't play each other. No, my fault. The Orioles and Tigers. I can see.
The
Orioles playing the Tigers.
The Royals would play the Astros.
And then the Tigers just beat the Orioles. I mean, damn, that's okay. My fault.
Yeah, but October's different.
Yeah, October's different. You never know what's gonna happen.
But last year the Orioles just got there and they got swept by the dang Rangers. So I mean, hey,
I'm gonna be the bold.
Now they have.
I'm gonna say that Detroit makes series out of the AL. That's what I'll predict that.
Makes it out of the AL?
They make it out the AL.
That's a crazy take, but you gotta have the crazy takes though. I mean, hey,
interesting.
I'm gonna take Detroit into the World Series because I don't see any of these top 3 teams
Padres Tigers rematch of 1984.
Like that much stronger than the rest of the AL. Like obviously the Yankees, the Yankees have their guys, but their end of the bullpen has been pretty.
And because only 92 wins, that's not much better.
Starting rotation has been good, but it hasn't been all of that. And then with the Guardians, same thing. It's just their hitting has been inconsistent throughout the year. They rely on certain guys, and obviously they have their bullpen. But I don't think 3 teams that are winning the division right now are running away with it. So I think because Detroit's hot, I'm just going to go with I'll take Detroit against that World Series.
Yeah, I mean that's the main thing. Like you said, is who's hot. I mean, we saw with Arizona, we saw with the Padres in 2022. I mean, you can be the 6th seed in the wild card and make it to the freaking World Series. So I think once you get in,
you get in, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
it's literally just can you handle the pressure? Yeah, that's what mine.
And the Tigers are really young as well. They just called up Jackson Jobe today.
Mm-hmm. They did
put him in the bullpen for the playoffs. It looks like, but see how that goes. And then just their core: Parker Meadows, Spencer Torkelson, Skubal obviously leading the. I don't know how old he is. He's not that old, but like it's a pretty young core. So we saw last year the Orioles, like Jacob said, they got swept right when they got in the playoffs.
And that was like their best season, 106 wins. Like they were hot, and then they were not. Because what in the world?
We'll see. That's also like the Royals too. They haven't made the playoffs since like 2015 when they won the World Series.
Since they won,
And they have still Salvi's still there. You can, and then they have veterans like in the pitching staff, but their offense is mostly led by younger guys. Witt, Pasquantino, MJ Melendez, all them. Obviously, I said Salvi.
Tommy Pham leading off. Don't forget about
that might be their biggest issue, honestly.
Tommy Pham just finds ways to make the play postseason, bro.
Oh yeah, but
what? I was just saying I want to make. I don't know if it's a bold prediction, really, but the Astros, they've had like a down year, and the talent isn't really the same as years before. But they still have the main core on offense. They still have Framber. Their pitching has been not as good as years before, but it's still serviceable. And really, you only need a couple big performances. I wouldn't be surprised if the Astros, because they also are like notorious for owning the Yankees in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they squeaked into the World Series, take the pennant, especially if they match up with the Yankees in the ALCS.
Yeah, that's the only place they could, unless. No, yeah, because if the Mariners were somehow to win the division, the Astros would not make the playoffs. I don't think. Realistically, I don't see.
Well, it just depends on how the Royals.
It depends on how the Royals and the Tigers do. But that's my point. Like I don't see that. Well, do the Tigers and Royals play each other? Because I know they're done. They don't play each other.
I think
the Tigers play the White Sox and someone else.
That's my point. Like they're not.
But the Astros would have to lose like the rest
Tigers
of the
play the Rays and the White Sox.
The Tigers can win those, and then
the Mariners would have to sweep them, so win the next 2 games, and then the Astros would have to. I don't know if they have the tiebreaker or not.
Dude, the Tigers and the White Sox.
The Astros need to win one. Yeah, the Astros just need to win 1 game, and they win the division. So they just have to go 0-5. The rest
they'd have to lose because they play the Mariners, so they'd have to lose. Oh, and they play the Guardians.
The Mariners won today.
They would have to get swept by if the Guardians swept them, which isn't outrageous because the Guardians are still trying to get the 1 seed. Yeah, I mean, it really isn't over. That's the only crazy part. I didn't realize they played the Guardians next. I thought they played somebody.
It's close. It's really close in both
leagues. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, which just we could transfer right over to the National League. There's a lot of. Yeah. I mean, the whole year. I remember, like in the beginning of the year, it was like, oh, the National League's weak, all this stuff.
Yeah, these fools.
But now, I mean, honestly, you might have 3. You could have 4. No, it's not possible now. You have 3 90-win teams that are gonna make the wild card. You know, which is crazy. I was gonna say 4, but the Braves, I don't think it's possible anymore since they play the Mets.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So
if they sweep them and then the Mets sweep their Mets last series, and
then I guess that's true.
The Braves sweep their last, or win 2 of the last 3. Yeah. It'd be so funny if the Mets don't make the playoffs.
That'd be wicked work. If the Braves make it, they're gonna have their Brave magic and make it.
I feel like the Mets are gonna miss the playoffs because I feel like the Braves are gonna sweep.
This is not exactly what happened in 2022 because both teams were 100 wins. That was like literally for the division, but
that was true.
Just for the last wild card. It's gonna be a big series.
Yeah, I feel like the Mets are gonna just choke it away like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's close,
but there's a lot of big pitching matchups. Like, what's his name?
Chris Sale.
I'm blanking. Yeah, Sale and
Quintana.
I'm blanking. Yeah, Quintana.
I can tell you right now.
They have like
Quintana,
Severino, and some other guys.
Peterson,
and then
David Peterson goes.
They lined up
they have Schwellenbacher, Sale, and Fried. Yeah, that's probably the last game is probably going to be the biggest one because Fried has been like shaky most of the year.
Yeah.
Sales having a great
season. Sales trying to get a freaking triple crown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll win it, honestly.
Him, Cease, and Scuba all have one more appearance this season. So unless the Braves need to win the last game of the season, then they'll probably pitch Sale. So
yeah. I mean, it's very close. I mean, the Padres, you got to say they're in because their magic number is 1.
They have,
yeah, and
don't jinx anything. We don't want to jinx it.
I'm not gonna
knock on some wood, baby.
But like it's basically because the Mets and the Braves play each other, so something's gonna go wrong there, and then
only way something goes wrong is
even if the Diamondbacks the Diamondbacks are losing right now still. I think 6-2.
Yeah,
the Padres are really just fighting for that.
They're still playing. I thought about that. Yeah. So that's all. So it's gonna be
Giants are helping us.
Yeah,
Giants are helping y'all.
But I mean, what do you guys think about like the Dodgers? Like I know they spent so much money in the offseason.
I don't know who's winning this 1 seed, dude.
It's tough because their pitching has been hurt the whole year. You know what I mean? So who are they going to throw in the playoffs? I know they got that.
Glasnow's out. It's so bad seeing their like
pitching depth.
It's just Flaherty, and then
Yamamoto.
Kershaw's out for the year. Can Kershaw come back for the playoffs?
Hurt. No,
Glasnow's out for the season.
Late in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Glasnow's hurt. They just have they just keep calling guys up.
It's gonna be Flaherty, Yamamoto, and Buehler.
What's his name? Mm-hmm. Landon Knack is pitching game 1, and then Flaherty's pitching game 2, and then some other guys pitching
Buehler.
Buehler, yeah.
Wait, did Glasnow get hurt?
Yeah, he's been hurt.
He's been hurt the whole year.
You know,
that's what everyone was saying.
That's what everyone was saying.
The whole year, it's literally just if he stays healthy and he doesn't stay healthy.
And he's not healthy.
He was going off the first month of the season.
I'm saying he was doing really good.
He was supposed to come back a couple weeks ago, but then he has right elbow inflammation.
Yeah, and then they just shut him down.
And we just witnessed Walker Buehler. Holy.
Yeah, Buehler's not good.
Terrible this year too. That's really all it is for the Dodgers is if they're pitching, because we know they can hit. Because we saw last night.
Mm-hmm.
If the Padres have the first seed, I like them playing Arizona than the Dodgers. Just because of the pitching. I don't think Arizona's pitching is as good as like the Mets or the Braves, obviously.
Well, we could do that if they keep the 4th seed and the Dodgers get the 1 seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I hope it ends. I don't want to play the Mets first round because First of all, they're gonna want revenge.
You wouldn't play
They
the
can
Mets
hit,
first round.
That will
and
be
then
at
their
home.
pitching is good too. Maybe at home, yeah, but still.
I don't think it's possible. You don't see even
The wild card.
wild
If they-
card
if they
because if they
overtake the
the
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks that you're saying.
So yeah, I mean,
As
A lot of things can go.
as weird as it sounds, we're probably rooting for the Braves this week
You
Yeah.
are.
because we don't have to depend on them to lose. It would be nice if they lost and we just have to just.
I mean,
The Braves
if
take
the
2 out
Braves
of
lose,
3.
they
Because
clinch.
the Braves and the Mets play at like 7:20 Eastern tomorrow, and then we play
Yeah.
at like 10. So we'll know the results of the game, like during the game.
We
So
could already clinch
that
before we
was
even play. Yeah.
Yeah.
My take on the Padres is whoever we play, I honestly think they beat whoever's in their way.
Don't say that.
No matter their path,
Don't say
no matter
that.
their path, no matter their path. I don't care who it is. Diamondbacks, Mets, Braves.
No,
don't
I like that. No,
I don't
like
think
that, honestly.
I don't think the Padres are built to lose a 3-game set to one of those.
No,
one of those
yeah.
teams.
I think it's different.
With the starting pitching, the way they've been performing, and the way the lineup's been performing, and obviously the back end of the bullpen, I don't think there's. I don't think they lose. They lose 3
Well,
games.
it's just hitting. Like the pitching has been great the last since the All-Star break even, and since the trade deadline especially. But like you've seen them struggle with left-hand pitching, guys who are making their first career starts, and like they just go cold. Like
That's
literally
really
yesterday, that
Yeah,
Burke guy, that was like his 4th career start,
when he went crazy.
and he's shutting them down.
I think the only real issue with the offense is they can't hit lefties starting pitching.
Yeah.
So that's
And
why
that's why the matchups are important,
That's why you
because there's
don't
some
play
guys that
Mets
like if we
left.
were played the Braves, you face Chris Sale and
No, yeah, that's what you don't
1
want to do.
out of 3 games, shut them down.
That's why the
It's
Diamondbacks
just-
is the most favorable matchup, I think.
The Dodgers, I don't think the Dodgers have a lefty pitcher. The Phillies don't, besides Ranger Suarez. The Diamondbacks don't, besides Eduardo Rodriguez.
And he's terrible.
So it's just, he's got shelled today. That's why the Giants are winning. But it's all just matchups, and I take the Padres pitching up against any staff in the NL, even in the league right now. But it's just if the hitting can stay alive.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's bias anymore, honestly. Like I think
I know,
a lot of Padre fans are just like are so scarred from the past. Like me included, I'm like, dude, like I don't have I have faith, obviously, but
I just don't want to choke it away. This is
Yeah.
our year. If it's not this year, I don't know when it's going to be because
Like the last time it was going this well was in 2021, and you saw just off the back end.
it was never this, never to
Yeah.
the point where it's like the bullpen is.
Yeah,
stacked.
that's what has been
Years ago,
lacking.
years-
in the last
yeah.
2022 was like an anomaly with the bullpen just like locked in at the end of the season.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But like
they just
last
got
year,
lucky.
terrible. That was like the reason we lost half our games. 2021 it was
yeah.
bad. 2020 was bad. So it was
This is the most complete
all the way.
Padres team that AJ Preller's ever built, and
in his first 91 season.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Which is an insane statement to say.
yeah, since 2010,
And
first one.
this is like his
So,
10th year too. So
it's really just a waiting game for us just to watch the games.
yeah, but like Isaiah said,
well,
I mean,
in
whoever
24
whoever we do
hours we'll
play.
know if we're in the playoffs or not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Something
I mean, I
insane.
think that really wraps it up on the National League side. So that's the playoffs. Not much else to talk about there. I
Oh,
mean, if you
or we could talk about the Phillies because we didn't really.
Yeah, the
touch
Phillies. Well, we could the
the
race
Phillies
for the
is-
1 seed
And the Brewers.
or the NL West title race.
yeah, I mean,
Because you're only 3 back, 3.5.
we're 3 back, so we have
Should
to
be
sweep.
4. I mean, not 4, 2 back.
Wait,
We
do
don't
you
have
guys
to
think
sweep because we
you
have.
guys
Or no,
think,
we need to take at least 2 out of 3.
the Brewers? Like, how do we feel?
Oh, yeah, them too.
Like,
Oh,
The
they-
Brewers being the team, I didn't realize the Brewers didn't play. I mean, I knew that, but
Their
Mhm.
division is terrible.
that's my point.
like them.
Like the Brewers, I don't see them
Yeah,
doing
they're
anything.
really well rounded. They
They're
have
like-
good young guys, veterans.
Okay, let's think about it like
Sucks
this.
that Yelich is out for the year.
They would play the
It
Mets
does
right now.
suck.
If they
That
had
would be a
to.
big help.
The Mets would. I think the Mets would have their way with the Brewers.
I think so too. I truly think
Yeah.
the Mets are going to get to the next round, but they would have to face the Dodgers, and I think the that's what I'm like. If the Mets make it, I think the Dodgers have a guaranteed bid to the NLCS.
Well, if the Mets,
Assuming you guys don't take the division.
if the Mets beat the Brewers, they would play the Phillies as it is today.
Yeah.
Because they would play the 2 seed.
The Mets are the lowest seed. They're the 6. They would play the 1. You guys would play the Phillies.
They play the 1.
Really? That's how.
Yeah, because the 4-5 plays the 2, while the 3-6 plays the. Right? Yeah, the 3-6.
Yeah.
3-6
plays the 2, and then the 5.
Okay, so we would get the Phillies second round.
No, we get the Dodgers.
Wait.
That's
The
what I'm saying.
3-6.
Yeah,
So if the 6 wins, they'll play the Phillies.
Yeah, they play the 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like the NFL where it's just
No,
whoever
it's
plays the high.
different.
It's
Yeah,
different.
it's
It's actually bracket.
Yeah, they don't reseed or anything.
They're expecting the 3 to win or the higher seed to win. So the higher seed loses. Oh, you're right. So yeah, you guys. So then.
Mets Phillies. I mean, they just wrapped up the series. They took 3 out of 4. The Mets did.
That's one like
Phillies. So it's all like. I mean, it is October, which is
that
way
was
different than
crazy.
regular
The Phillies
season.
have been.
The Phillies have been eating the bed.
They're just 500 now. They don't need to do
the
anything
last
crazy.
month or like the last few weeks they've been
Quite
the last
mediocre.
few weeks the Phillies have been kind of
I mean, when you're
not
40
bad,
games
but
over,
like,
who
yeah,
cares?
mediocre. I saw a TikTok earlier about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't want to be like falling off a cliff going into October.
Yeah, that's the only thing. As long as they're not, because if they're falling off a cliff, holy, it's a different type of ball game.
Well, but they do. They will probably. They do get a bye.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
It's not bad. It's just like,
yeah, they would.
I mean, how about we talk about the
I think
120
the
loss
Spurs-
Chicago White Sox?
Jesus. You want to talk about the White Sox, bro? I mean, we can, but geez,
Nick's already went on a 5-minute
Remember
rant.
what I said about them?
Oh, yeah, that was the craziest rant. Dude, they're so
Already
bad.
have-
I mean,
Before that was in like
That was before.
When was that?
Oh,
May?
my
they're
nose.
like
Ow.
90. They're like 90 or
Made
80
you.
losses.
That was in the middle of their
Yeah.
22 or 23 games.
Now they are the worst team ever.
No, they're you know the worst team ever is the 1899 Spiders.
That does not count, bro. Who are the Spiders, bro? That does not count.
I was watching MLB Network this morning. It's like oh the Spiders, they lost 139 games. I was like dang. Wait, let me look it up.
Bro, how do you not win?
Yeah, they're the Cleveland Spiders. They went 20 and 134.
But the White Sox they're imagine win-loss.
This guy's lagging a little bit, or what? Is that just me?
Bro,
Nah, he's lagging
the
a
White
little
Sox.
bit. Damn.
I think you just say something about the imagine win loss or whatever. Yeah,
He said, he is, but
it's 44 and
my whole thing is
112.
lagging.
So
My whole
it's
thing
not
is
that much
lagging.
better than what their actual record is, honestly.
Yeah.
But they're still the worst team ever, which the Padres did to them, which is kind of funny the way it worked out.
My whole thing is lagging.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, they're terrible. They're the worst team I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're pretty horrible.
yeah, the worst thing
Which
we
they
had to
still
live
played
with.
us tough, which is funny.
Until maybe not they're worse than the 2018 Orioles, but I had to witness that BS.
Me and Isaiah were stressing that one night. Where
Oh my
Tatis
gosh,
walked
when
it
we had to
off.
leave. No, yeah, that walk off should not have had to happen, bro.
It wasn't
Robert
even like a fun walk-off.
Suarez.
Oh, Robert Suarez. We could talk a little bit about him. I mean, he needs.
Yeah.
They need to.
I don't know what mechanics needs to fix his pregame routine, whatever it is, because
It's just like he only
Two
throws
run-
hard.
doomsday.
He just got to get another pitch. Like he's got to work. That changeup's got to work.
Yeah, because if it's strictly fastball, they're sitting it, bro.
Like
Yeah,
that changeup was working at the beginning of the season, and that's really what's
Definitely.
because
And I don't care.
they always get him on that. Now it's extremely inconsistent. He's missing, and even with the fastball, he's been missing. He can't throw it for a strike, but then when he throws it for a strike, it's a very hittable pitch. And they're MLB players, especially once you get to the season. It's the best of the best. You throw them 100 down the middle. A lot of them.
They're gonna take that thing. Yeah, what did Jason?
I don't care. If
My
it's the White
laptop's
Sox either.
tripping.
They're still a big league team. You know what I mean? They're going to be able to hit fastball down the middle too. I mean, it's not like they're little league kids over here. So it's like they can still hit, and that pitch that he took out for the 2-run homer was 100 miles an hour right down the middle. So it's like
right down the pipe, dude.
we've seen him blow these saves 4 of the last 6 times maybe.
That's the problem. That's the problem is the consistency rate. Like he was doing good at the beginning. He was leading all-star.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, not all of the saves he's blown has been his fault. Like Parker Meadows and Elliot Ramos went opposite field. Like they got to him.
102,
It was
yeah.
on the corner. He didn't place the pitch horribly, but the fact that he's putting those runners on with
Exactly.
block, like he's just lost the control just a little bit.
And it's
Like,
funny because a lot of our walk-offs have been off the blown saves. So it's almost like he wants us to
He wants-
walk out.
He's like, yeah, you know what, let me just sell, but not sell too hard.
Yeah, because he always ends up getting out of it. It's weird.
Yeah,
True.
that's why he doesn't have that many losses. He only has like
I
what?
think he's
3
like
losses?
9-2 or something
Yeah,
crazy.
he's
Yeah.
9-3 or he's
Yeah.
not. He hasn't took that many losses.
No, it's funny the way it's worked out. But I mean, should we transition over to football here while Jake's trying to get back?
Quick little transition.
Yeah, we can transition to
Give him like a little 5-minute rundown on the first couple weeks of football. Shit,
Yeah.
5 minutes might
I
turn to
can
30.
Start us off just by letting you guys know the Tennessee Titans are the worst team in the NFL.
They are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
The Carolina Panthers are better than the Tennessee Titans.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we hear you,
What's up,
cuz.
Jake?
Jake.
Okay. I'm trying to get my camera back on.
Yeah. Well,
There we go.
I'm gonna continue with the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, that team. The team is horrible. The defense cannot stop the run. You knew Malik Willis and Josh Jacobs were going to run the ball. You're pretty much certain. Like you thought Malik Willis was going to throw the ball 30 yards downfield. I don't know why, but yeah, he just ran for a casual like 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Same thing with Josh Jacobs. He scored. Even their backup, I don't even know his name, scored. But yeah, the Tennessee Titans. They might be the Chicago White Sox of the NFL this year.
It's funny because I always see Will Levis and it's like he's like
No, every time on the ground, just
I don't see the Titans winning a game. If I go through their schedule right now,
let's go through it. Let's walk through game by game.
I'm pulling them up right now. Tennessee Titans schedule. Let me pull it up real quick because when I was looking at
Oh
it,
my nigga! Oh my guy! My
Yes.
guy!
it doesn't get any easier from here. We play the Dolphins. Obviously, they're injured right now, but on prime time, I don't see us winning. The Colts, obviously, Anthony Richardson struggling, but they're still better than the Titans. The Bills, you've seen what they just did today. We're not beating them. The Lions, NFC Championship. The Patriots, they kill young quarterbacks. And that's kind of what we have. So we're cooked there. The Chargers, they run the ball at a high rate with those tackles. Loss. Vikings, 3-0. Loss. Texans, loss. Washington Commanders, maybe our only chance to win.
No! Don't start this now. We don't beat the Bengals. We don't beat the Bengals.
No,
I want to hear it, bro.
Jaden Daniels beat the Bengals, so who knows at this point? But that's our only chance to win all season that I see there. Jaguars.
Jags? You could beat the Jags.
all right, Jake's back.
The Jags have been struggling.
I'm back. You're not beating the Jaguars, bro. As long as Will Levis is your quarterback, you're not winning the game.
I don't see us beating the Jaguars either. Obviously, that defense is for the Jaguars is not very good, but I don't see us beating the Jaguars either. Maybe at home. The Jaguars and Commanders, we go through the whole schedule, I think are the only 2 teams that we can beat all year. And I don't think we will. Because I think Will Levis will throw the ball to the other team when we don't need him to, or he'll fumble the ball. He'll fumble the ball, drop
To the defense.
know what he's doing. Yeah, if we don't make a switch at quarterback, but even if we do, I think our backup's what, Taylor? No, that's
Who is your backup? No, he's on
No.
Chargers.
Tennessee Titans.
You don't even know who your backup quarterback is.
Backup QB.
That's bad.
Bro, where did you becoming a Titans fan come from? That's my question.
Who's our
Because they beat the Browns.
Our backup
in
quarterback?
2019.
Oh yeah.
Our backup quarterback is
And
Gaston.
Bleacher Report
Jake
posted them.
Wicked
Who?
rotation.
Wrong.
A bunch of nobodies.
I've never heard of those guys in my life.
The Tennessee college team. Hold on. Mason Rudolph.
Your backup quarterback.
Mason Rudolph is crazy.
This dude's
Jesus.
That's worse
Bro,
than
Jake's
Will
camera,
Levis.
bro, is killing me right now.
no, it's like lagging, bro. It's like his camera.
Yo,
I'm on my phone now.
we're on a 2000 camcorder, bro.
I say we put in. We need to put in
I don't know. My computer was like
Mason
dying.
Rudolph.
I don't know why it's not working.
I think Mason Rudolph should start next
Mason
week.
Rudolph is horrible. So you want to lose every game for the
He's
rest
better
of the
than Will
season.
Levis, man.
I don't think he is. I don't think
I
he
don't
is.
think he is.
I don't think
I'd rather
he is.
Anymore.
taking Will Levis
Titans are the
personally.
worst team in the NFL, and I'll stand on it this year.
Okay,
Who I don't
stand
know
on
the
it.
best draft prospect is. We're worried about baseball right now. Titans.
You need a lot.
We'll see you in like 3 to 4
You need
years.
a lot. In 2028.
He said post 2028 LA Olympics is when the Titans will have a chance at even making a winning record.
Yeah, we'll see us in a couple years.
I think we talk a little bit about like the surprising teams we had this year because I want to start with the Vikings. And
Oh please, because Sam Darnold, holy
Sam
As
Darnold.
of 3 weeks, it's been. I think he's the MVP. I mean, him, Justin Jefferson, obviously. They haven't really had Jordan Addison, and then
no, he's been out the whole time.
Aaron Jones, he's been running the ball really
He's
good.
hurt.
Along with that defense, they've been good to start 3-0 off the year.
He's already at
Seattle
657
Seahawks
passing
here.
yards.
They're
Jeez.
starting off 3-0. Who are the other 3-0 teams? That's really good.
Oh, the Bills, the Chiefs,
Bills,
and the
I think Josh Allen's probably the MVP.
Bills, Chiefs, Seahawks, Vikings.
Sam Darnold's right behind, but
I know you guys already said it, but the Seattle Seahawks are 3-0.
All
right, bro.
In the world?
why we got 2 Jakes?
Yo, 2 Jakes in here is
I
crazy.
left it on my phone.
Oh, the
I don't know why it's
Steelers.
still
The
there.
Steelers are surprising me. Justin
Yeah.
Fields is low key balling out.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
that's
Low,
a big
just a
question.
It's
little
their
bit.
defense. Their
That's a big
defense.
question.
Well, I mean, the
Is-
defense, but I mean, the offense is doing enough.
Justin
Yeah,
Fields hasn't
that's
been
it.
turning the ball over.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He's because as long as they don't turn the ball over, I mean, they're not winning like crazy 18-10, 13-6, 20-10. Those are small margins.
Their
But
defense
wins are
is
wins at the end of the day. It don't matter. Wins are
Do they
wins.
start? Do they start Wilson when he comes back?
No, they probably.
I don't. At this
I'm
point,
not-
no.
Once Wilson, I mean not Wilson, Fields turns into like a
Into an absolute bot. then
turnover
yes.
fest, then
You're
So-
sick, bro.
I'm gonna be faceless for a second.
You're straight good.
So
How long are we going on for?
We have some
32
some
minutes, good.
interesting environments we got going on
Yeah,
here.
no,
Yeah, that's my
being-
bad, guys.
It's okay. Being in the
I don't
dorm,
I don't have
allows
any other
for,
venue that I can record in.
being in the dorm allows for wicked situations. I had to close mine because they say outrageous stuff, and most people aren't black, so I don't know what words they'll say. So that's all I'm putting on that.
But yeah, I mean, there's not much much else that we really need.
Seahawks are
honestly, no,
3-0
yeah,
right
it's like
away.
3-0. Yeah, we heard. Okay, bud.
I just wanted to make sure you guys heard me the first.
I will.
No, I heard you.
A loss. But no, yeah, I don't think there's much going on in the NFL.
I was gonna say something.
I'm rooting for
Bro.
anyone.
The
but-
Niners suck. I just wanted to say that too.
Oh, that's
Brock
crazy.
Purdy's- Brock Purdy sucks.
Okay.
They're
Hey,
all
we're-
hurt. Actually, that's kind of the whole NFC West is 1 and 2. Besides, you already.
All right,
know.
but we don't need to glaze
But
this like
We'll
that.
get back to it at the end of the year. I think
the Rams are hurt. The Niners are hurt. It's
How do we feel about the
unfortunate.
Saints? I think the Saints had a wake up call against the Eagles because
Yeah.
I thought they
That
were
was
going
bad.
crazy.
That was a really bad football game.
That's my point. In general, the Eagles didn't do good.
game, but
It was a
Yeah, I
goofy
mean-
game. That just gives me confidence
Until, like,
as a
the
Commanders
fourth
fan that
quarter.
we could really run a 7-9
Okay.
NFC least, run back 2020,
stop it.
make the playoffs, get a home game.
Yeah,
I think it's possible. It's
Tom Brady.
possible.
Tom Brady.
You're gonna be waiting for a while. for
I
that
think the
home
Bengals
playoff
are
game.
just not as good as people thought they were. I don't think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
as good.
But Jamar
Either
Chase
is
and
that
Joe
no,
Burrow are.
no,
I don't
no.
think
Your
it's
fantasy
that good.
league.
Commanders
No.
are good.
I know. I think
That
no.
good.
Yes, I think they still are that good. It's because there was
They had
no
to fire their
turnovers.
coach.
There were turnovers or punts. No straight shootout. It's because Evan McPherson missed the field goal. That changed the game. That genuinely changed the game. It was no defense this game. I swear. That's my scary point. Because I'm like, yo, homeboy is sick back there. 6
The
a.m.
defense is non-existent. That's why my parlay lost. So
Shout out Dan. Dan. I told you not to bet against my guy. Told you what not to do.
He's been playing
That's what happened
good.
last week. Y'all bet
First
against my
3
Nats to lose, and they win. I
he doesn't
bet
throw
against.
the ball at a high level. He runs.
No, he
had,
really.
A
No, I can't lie.
90% completion percentage.
Yeah, he had 91%.
I don't know how he did that today. Honestly, I think
Bro, it's because he actually used Terry McLaurin. We actually used our number one receiver. He didn't stop ignoring him. I swear,
He
the
only had
first
4
half he
catches
was-
though.
That's
He's
the point.
getting
But
us
then
everywhere.
it's because he was like, bro, my leg was gonna hit, but
Was-
Brian Robinson is a whistle. But Brian Robinson decides to get 24 yards.
He had 2 touchdowns.
That's the
Should
problem.
have done
That's
that.
the
He should have
problem.
touchdowns.
I know. It's whatever though.
But yeah,
But
I mean,
I think
we'll have to,
surprising.
We'll see you guys in 2 months when the Seahawks are winning the division,
nah,
That's insane.
and all you guys are just
I think that
fighting
we'll
for
see
the number
them-
1 overall.
We'll be
It's
back.
too much-
in probably a week, maybe 2 weeks.
I say two. I think
we'll try
we'll
to
definitely
win
be
that
back.
before the
Playoffs.
playoffs.
No, yeah,
before playoffs. We'll be
in a
back
week.
before playoffs.
We'll be
Next
back every
Sunday.
for them. Will be
Or this
playoffs.
Sunday.
We'll make our play. We'll make
Yeah.
next.
game.
Because the playoffs start in a week. or
I
exactly.
think we'll make playoff predictions, like who we think, like how we think that we're all gonna like make our own brackets and then dissect and go through. And then there's not much to talk about football. It'll only be 1 week later. So yeah, playoff rundown and predictions. So thank y'all for watching. As you know, Jared Gardner, other host,
Harrison. Yeah.
Isaiah,
Jake.
and signing out. See y'all next week.
peace.